Financial mistakes you need to avoid at all costs. Hello and welcome to another episode of Live, Learn, Adventure and Charity. And this is where we talk about finance, personal development, charity and travel. If this is your kind of content, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. My name is Jacie, and on today's episode, we're going to talk about mistakes you need to avoid at all costs. Let's get to the video. Mistake number 1 is spending more than you earn. You should always ensure that your budget aligns with your income, and of course, this has to put into consideration your savings, your investment, your spending when it comes to needs and wants, and you ensure the proportion is reasonable. Don't spend too much on your wants. Remember, you need to save and all that. The next mistake is postponing your financial planning. Remember, everything that has to be successful has to be planned and planned well. So ensure you do your planning as early as you can. In fact, as soon as you get a job, it is advisable, or you have a source of income. It doesn't need to be even employment, or whether self or in employment, because you can also get allowances from your parents. So whatever income that you have, ensure you have a plan for your monthly, quarterly, annual, short-term, medium and long-term goals. That way you will be able to monitor the first mistake, because you will know when you're spending above your income. The next mistake is failing to save. Remember, emergencies and your investment also has to be put into consideration when you're planning for your everything. So if you have an income and you don't have a saving, you need to work on it right now. It's never too late to start, and you just need to squeeze in your budget to fit it. Most people say that the money is not even enough to be able to save, but if you squeeze to the end, you can at least, no matter how small. If you're following our saving challenge, at least I have seen responses from people, and I'm grateful that some people have joined. Some people have considered some of the options that we shared in our previous video. I'm going to link it down below in case you would want to check the options that you can exercise when it comes to saving. In line with the saving is not planning for your emergencies. So basically not saving for your emergencies. Emergencies are not planned, so you need to ensure you have planned for the finances, because you know they can happen at any time. They can demand money that can really drain your monthly income. So it is important to ensure that you have already laid a plan for your emergencies. Emergencies can even be school fees, medical, so many other things that can come up when you least expect. Even a breakdown of your car. I mean, it is your means of transport, so it is an emergency to have it fixed. The next mistake is making wrong financial choices. Sometimes you may find yourself buying, I don't know what to call them, unnecessary items, but I would want to say wants which exceed your needs. For instance, and I have shared this before, sometimes if you check through your closet, through your kitchen, through your house, you can see most things that you bought and you hardly used. You have a few clothes in your closet that you don't even wear at all. Some of these, maybe you are just under the influence, your friends were shopping. Like, I don't know whether there's usually a time that people just find themselves shopping for a certain thing. You find a wave that everyone is buying a certain thing. Whether you're going to use it or not, it is something else. But it is important to ensure that everything that you acquire, you're going to use. The next mistake is not budgeting and tracking your expenses. You can be very good in budgeting, but if you don't track the expenses and keep up, then you will not be achieving your goal. Your goal is to come up with a plan that is workable, and for you to know whether it is workable, you have to ensure that you're following it. Comment down if you're having challenges keeping up with your budget. Sometimes it's very difficult, but if you instill discipline, you'll be able to keep up with your budget. It is very hard because, I mean, who doesn't want good things? Who doesn't want fine things? But at times you buy what you can afford at the moment. The next mistake is lifestyle debt. This is whereby you buy things that, of course, I would say they improve your life. It's not like they are bad things. They improve your life, but they drain your finances such that sometimes you're not even able to meet your basic needs because you have a huge debt. Maybe you're paying for partying. People take loans for partying. You take a loan for a wedding. I'm not saying that it is wrong to take a loan for a wedding. Don't get it twisted. It is very much okay if you have capacity to pay. Remember, we said debt is not bad. It becomes bad when it drains your resources and it does not have returns. So if you feel you can be able to comfortably accommodate a debt, well, that will not be a lifestyle debt that is going to hurt your finances. As long as it doesn't hurt your finances, well and good. But remember, a good debt has to have returns. The next mistake is not planning for your retirement. Like I've said time and again, we always overlook our retirement because you feel you have a lot of years to go. Then before you realize, you are a few years to retirement and you have no plan. It is important to start planning as early as possible. If you're lucky enough to have an employer who gives you a pension plan, it is really nice. You should take advantage of it, and you should always ensure that you give the maximum percentage so that you make more. Remember, whatever you contribute, your employer doubles up. So the more you contribute, the better it will be for you. The next mistake is lack of investment strategy or sticking to one. This is one of the biggest challenges that anyone planning to invest for their future faces, myself included, is you want to invest in so many things. First, like we have said before, it is important that you get expert advice before you start investing. That way it enlightens you as to the risks involved in your investment. Second, you need to think through your investment. In I think our previous video or 2 videos before, we talked about taking stock of your accounts. So at this point, you're also supposed to take stock of your investment. And if you ask me, it should be monthly, if not monthly, quarterly, so that you see whether it is performing. You might stick to one investment which is not growing your income, which is not growing your at all. In any case, sometimes it is either stagnant or it will end up being a loss. So if you keep track, you'll be able to know whether your investment is growing, whether it is worth it to continue having it, or it is about time to change. How many times have people invested in a certain business which ends up not working out? And what they do, instead of seeking expert advice on another investment, they hear there is another booming investment and they run there. By the time they are settling to the so-called booming investment has already been crowded, and therefore they don't get the returns they are expecting. So it is important to do your research, understand the investment, and also plan for it and know when to quit. If it is not working, don't force it. It's just going to torture you, because it will just continue eating up your income and it does not grow you. Comment down below if you have ever found yourself stuck in an investment in the hope that it will grow, but in essence it is not making headway. The next mistake is not checking through second-hand items and always buying new items, especially large expensive items. You need to just compare and contrast. Some of these large investment items you can make do with second-hand. Even for other things like clothes, sometimes thrift is cheaper than buying new clothes. And sometimes, if you ask me, the look on thrift is better. I don't know whether at some point you have bought an outfit, wore it, and just looked at yourself in the mirror, and the next time you wear something else, which is could even be thrift, and you find yourself being more happy with the thrift than the one you bought from the shop. And number two, there are some new clothes which are uniform. In Kenya, we call them Kenya uniform. You buy an outfit, then when you dress and you head out there, the number of people who are wearing that same outfit, you actually feel out of place. And for the thrift that we get in Kenya, most of the times you'll find at most 3 pieces. So it means you will not find a Kenya uniform as you go by your day. Comment down below if you have ever encountered the Kenya uniform thing. I think I have, and to be honest, sometimes it feels very uncomfortable. I think I'll close today's video at that. If you have any other mistakes, please comment down below. I will highlight them in subsequent videos. I mean, we value your feedback. We want to also learn from you. So let us know, write it down, and we're going to also share with the other people. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly subscribe so that you're notified every time we upload a new video. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on our next one. Bye.